A few weeks ago, the World Cup ended with Lamine Yamal lifting the trophy at just 19 years old. But the moment the cameras cut away from the celebration, a different story took over the internet. Not about a goal, not about a trophy, but about the girl standing next to him on the pitch. Within hours, her name was the most searched term in Spain. Within days, old videos of her were dragged back up. Rumors of cheating exploded online, and she was forced to post a message just to defend herself from a wave of hate that most people her age could never prepare for. So who is she? How did she end up dating the most talked about teenager in football? And why did this relationship spark one of the biggest online storms of the entire tournament? Stick around, because this story has more twists than most transfer sagas. And by the end, you'll understand exactly why Lamine Yamal's love life became almost as big a headline as his football. Let's rewind for a second. Lamine Yamal isn't just another rising star. He's the golden boy of Spanish football. Barcelona Academy graduate, La Liga champion, and one of the breakout names of the 2026 World Cup, where he helped lead Spain all the way to the final against Argentina, the country of his childhood idol, Lionel Messi. But before this summer, Yamal's personal life had already made headlines. He'd been linked to Argentine singer Nicki Nicole, a relationship that reportedly ended in the months leading into the new year. For a teenager living under a microscope, every relationship becomes public property. Every dinner, every Instagram like, every appearance in the stands gets dissected by millions of fans. So, when a new name started appearing next to his, a name nobody outside Spain had heard before, the internet did what it always does. It went looking for answers. That name was Inés Garcia. At first, most people assumed it was just another rumor, the kind that gets attached to a famous athlete every few months and disappears just as fast. Football fans have seen this pattern before. A photo surfaces, a name trends for a day, and then everyone moves on to the next transfer story. But this one didn't fade. If anything, it only grew louder as the tournament went on. Inés Garcia, sometimes written as Inés Garcia Santos, is not a footballer, not a celebrity's daughter, and not part of the traditional football world at all. She's a fashion and beauty influencer from Seville in her early 20s, with well over 1 million followers on Instagram, and an even bigger following on TikTok. Before Yamal, her content was fairly typical for the genre. Skincare routines, outfit try-ons, day-in-the-life travel clips. The kind of creator who builds an audience one relatable post at a time, far away from the world of stadiums and transfer windows. That all changed the moment she started appearing at Barcelona matches. Fans first noticed the connection after Barcelona clinched the La Liga title, when the two were spotted celebrating together. Then came sightings at a Bad Bunny concert in Barcelona. Then, a trip that really got people talking, the pair were seen together in Greece. Each sighting added fuel to a fire that neither of them had confirmed yet. For a while, Garcia tried to keep her regular content going as if nothing had changed, still posting the same skincare routines and outfit videos her followers were used to. But comment sections told a different story. Every post started filling up with questions about Yamal, about the relationship, about who she really was, outside of being linked to a footballer. Almost overnight, an influencer who built her platform on beauty and lifestyle content found herself being discussed as a public figure in a completely different world, one with far higher stakes and far less mercy. Here's where it gets interesting. Because the internet, being the internet, invented its own origin story before the truth ever came out. One viral rumor claimed the pair met in a store when Garcia's card was declined, buying snacks, and Yamal supposedly stepped in to pay. It's a cute story. It spread everywhere. It also wasn't true. Garcia eventually addressed the rumors herself, explaining that the real story was far less cinematic. Inés Garcia wasn't just a rumored girlfriend anymore. She was in the stands, supporting Yamal through Spain's entire tournament run, despite reportedly being terrified of flying just to be there. Think about that for a second. This is someone who has an actual fear of flying, boarding flight after flight across the tournament just to watch her boyfriend compete on the biggest stage in football. That's not the behavior of someone chasing a headline. It's the kind of thing that only makes sense if the relationship, whatever its origins, was already real long before the world found out about it. This is where the story shifts from a football romance into something much messier. When Spain beat Argentina in the World Cup final, cameras caught Garcia and Yamal sharing an emotional celebration on the pitch, trophy in hand, pure joy on both their faces. It should have been one of the most feel-good moments of the tournament. Instead, it triggered a wave of online abuse. Old clips of Garcia resurfaced, including footage where she'd apparently commented on footballers and their partners in the past. Comments that critics said didn't age well, now that she was dating one of the sport's biggest young stars. On top of that, rumors began circulating that she had left a boyfriend of several years to be with Yamal, and that she'd been seeing someone else just weeks before going public with him. The backlash got so intense that Garcia had to publicly speak out, saying she was a human being too, and pushing back against the flood of criticism aimed at her. She also had to clarify which social media accounts were actually hers, after fake profiles started spreading false information in her name. Whether or not you believe the rumors, one thing is clear. Dating a 19-year-old World Cup champion doesn't just mean red carpets and stadium seats. It means becoming a target the moment things go wrong. What made this particular wave of backlash so intense is how fast it spread. Screenshots, edited clips, and out-of-context comments circulated across X, TikTok, and Instagram within hours, reaching audiences far beyond Spain and far beyond football fans. For Garcia, that meant waking up to a level of attention that had nothing to do with skincare tutorials or fashion tips, and everything to do with being publicly picked apart by strangers who had never met her. While Garcia was fielding backlash online, Yamal didn't stay silent for long. As the criticism against his girlfriend intensified, he made a public show of support for her, standing by her side rather than distancing himself from the controversy. For a player who's used to being the center of attention for what he does with a football, choosing to publicly back his partner during a media storm says something about where his priorities were. It's worth remembering, this is a teenager who became a household name before he could legally buy a drink in most countries. He's had to learn how to handle transfer speculation, tactical criticism, and now his personal life being picked apart in real time. How he chooses to respond to moments like this will likely shape how the public sees him for years to come. It also says something about the culture of modern football fandom. Players are expected to be superhuman on the pitch and completely transparent off it. And the people they date get pulled into that same spotlight without ever signing up to be public figures. Yamal choosing to publicly stand by Garcia, rather than staying silent and letting the rumors run their course, is arguably one of the more mature decisions he's made off the field. So, to answer the question this video started with, who is Lamine Yamal's new girlfriend? She's Inés Garcia, a Seville-born fashion and beauty influencer who quietly knew Yamal for years before their relationship went public. She supported him through an entire World Cup campaign, despite a very real fear of flying, weathered a brutal wave of online criticism during the biggest week of his career, and so far is still standing beside him. Whether this relationship lasts through the next transfer window or the next World Cup cycle, one thing is certain. In the world of modern football, falling in love in public comes with a price. And both of these two are paying it in real time. Whatever happens next, this chapter of Lamine Yamal's story is already one that fans will be talking about for a long time. If you enjoyed this deep dive, hit subscribe for more football stories that go beyond the pitch and let me know in the comments. Do you think this relationship survives the spotlight? See you in the next one. And if you want to see more stories like this one, from the biggest transfer sagas to the personal lives of the game's biggest stars, make sure you're subscribed and have notifications turned on, because this is only the beginning of what's coming from this channel.